Mulk Raj Anand, 1905 to 2004, was an Indian writer in English. Notable for his depiction of the lives of the poorer castes in traditional Indian society. One of the pioneers of Indo-Anglian fiction. He, together with R.K. Narayan, Ahmad Ali, and Raja Rao, was one of the first India-based writers in English to gain an international readership. Anand is admired for his novels and short stories, which have acquired the status of classics of modern Indian English literature. They are noted for their perceptive insight into the lives of the oppressed and for their analysis of impoverishment, exploitation and misfortune. In Fear of Fear by Mulk Raj Anand we have the theme of determination, fear, resentment, independence and cruelty. Taken from his selected short stories collection, the story is narrated in the third person by an unnamed narrator, and after reading the story the reader realizes that Anand may be exploring the theme of determination. Dev is determined not to eat or to do as his parents ask him to do. He is being stubborn, yet the reader doesn't know exactly why. It is possible that his father has already hit Dev with his cane. This might help explain why Dev is so stubborn. There is nothing that will entice him to eat his dinner, which may lead readers to suspect just how upset Dev is. There is also a sense that Dev wants revenge on his father, and he exacts revenge when he goes to bite his father before being pulled away by some of the neighbors. Dev's mother is also at a loss as to what has happened, and she attempts to bribe Dev when it comes to eating, but Dev is not having any of it. He is sticking to his principles and refusing to cooperate with his parents. If Dev has been hit by his father, then it shows how cruel Dev's father can be. He may be a school teacher, but he does not have to hit the children. It is as though he might enjoy it rather than looking for a kinder solution. Dev's father and his stick seem to rule the roast, whether they deserve it or not. It is easier for a grown man, with a stick, to hit a child. There simply is no sense of fairness, and it only ends up breeding resentment among the children. Though this is not necessarily something that Dev's father would see. He believes in his own self-importance, and as far as he is concerned he can do no wrong. He rules the classroom and every student is answerable to him. It is also interesting that Anand does not bring the reader into the classroom to see Dev's father in action. In reality there is no need to when we see how he treats Dev. There may also be some symbolism in the story which might be important. The cane the father threatens to get from the school acts as a tool of discipline and frightens Dev. It is as though the father is unable to discipline Dev without the use of force, which says a lot for his parental skills. The food that is being offered to Dev is plain, in Dev's eyes, and he doesn't want it. He wants something nicer, if not unhealthier, as any young boy would want. The fact that there are no tears in Dev's eyes when he is wrestling with his mother also shows just how determined Dev is. He is acting independently and does not want to mix with his mother or father. He is standing on his own 2 feet and is ready to attack his father who has threatened him. If anything, Dev is not only being defiant, but he is acting bravely. Though there is a price to be paid. The end of the story is also interesting, as after Dev attacks his father he runs into his mother's arms. This too could be significant, as Dev knows that his father will retaliate if Dev does not run into his mother's arms. He feels safe in his mother's arms, and that says a lot. Dev is not afraid of his mother and knows that she will love him and stop his father from hitting him. If anything, Dev has found solace and peace in his mother's arms, and one feels as though he is now prepared to eat his dinner after his tantrum and attacking his father. As for Dev's father, he is at a loss as to what to do. He knows he can't hit Dev while he is in his mother's arms, and the moment will soon pass when he is able to hit Dev in retaliation for hitting him. In reality, Dev's father has handled the situation badly, threatening Dev with the cane. If he had been patient and talked to Dev, things might have worked out better. End of the summary. Thank you. Thank you.